Hey everyone, Coach Investor back with another video for you today. So in today's video, we're going to talk about eToro. They recently announced that they're going to go public through a SPAC. Not really surprising anymore, companies choosing the SPAC route or direct listing rather than the traditional IPO. So in this video, we're going to go over the investor presentation. We're going to go over all the important points you need to know before maybe investing in eToro or in this SPAC. Most of you know I use eToro personally, so I will give my personal take on the matter as well. But before I do so, I just want to thank everyone that has been subscribing lately. We're on our way to 15,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you like these videos, leave an early thumbs up as it really helps me outgrow the channel and get my videos out there. I would also like to thank today's sponsor, the Motley Fool. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. You guys know I love finding new investing tools and resources to help me find the latest growth stock and innovative company. And right now I have a discount for one of my favorite services, the Fool offers. Through the Motley Fool's stock advisor service, you get access to a ton of expert stock picks. Every month you'll get 2 picks that are aimed at growing your wealth and to help you realize your financial goals. Stock Advisor's average stock picks have returned over 500%. If growing your money is something you'd like to do more this year, you can visit www.fool.com/couchinvestor or click on the link below for access to my special offer and decide if Stock Advisor is right for you. Now let's get on with this video. Right, so let's first quickly look at the graph. Ticker symbol FTCV. We can see that when the deal was announced, the stock went up more than 42%. Obviously, since then, the stock has gone down a bit, just like the overall market. But I just wanted to show you what happens when a good deal is announced. The market obviously reacts positively and a stock can go up in one day 43%. Right, so now let's quickly look at the investor presentation. So there are 2 things that you need to know at first, their vision and their mission. So the vision was to open the global markets for everyone to trade and invest in a simple and transparent way, just like Robinhood, Cash App, and all the other apps that do the same thing. Their mission is a bit different than most online trading platforms because here they want to build the world's largest social trading network to empower people to trade and invest in stocks, crypto, and global markets, copy top traders, and get copied. We're going to talk about the copying aspect a bit later because I believe the copying aspect is pretty unique and it's a pretty big deal for people that maybe don't have time to follow their investment day in, day out, and they rather give their money to a maybe good trader based on their past performance. Again, past performance doesn't mean that future performance will be good as well, but it's basically like going to a investment banker and giving your money to them and they will invest for you. Basically the same thing. So these are the key numbers right now for eToro. 2020 revenue grew 147% year over year to $605 million. They have 1.2 million funded account, 1,100 employees. Now registered users back in January was 18.7 million. Right now they surpassed 20 million registered users. So pretty big deal. And another important thing is this one right here. So funded account by regions. As you can see, Europe is the biggest one. Nice little number here, 69%. Asia pretty big as well, but the one that has caught my eye is actually the Americas with only 8%. That's because they only opened to the American market later, which means that the growth opportunity in that market is pretty big right now. Right, so this one is a pretty important one if you want to know in what you're investing and what valuation you're investing in. So for valuation one, this number here is pretty important. So for valuation, pro forma implied enterprise value of $9.6 billion. Right now it's probably over 10 billion, which equates to 9.7 times 2022 net revenues of $990 million. So just short of $1 billion. I believe at the start of this year, eToro got a valuation of around $5 billion. So this is almost double what it was a couple of months ago. We're going to look at how this compares to their competitors a bit later. Right, so this was basically their roadmap since the start of eToro. So they were founded in 2007, so a pretty long time ago. In 2010, they launched the social trading network and CopyTrader. 2013, introduced Bitcoin on the platform. I believe that back in 2011, they actually bought Bitcoin for their treasury. I think it was at around $5 or so. So pretty early adopters. In 2015, converging the eToro experience into a single cross-device application. 2017 was a pretty big year for them. That was the first crypto boom. so launch SmartPortfolio and additional crypto assets. That's when eToro really grew like crazy. 2019, launched zero commission stock and expanded to the US, obviously with all the money that they made from the first crypto boom that allowed them to grow even further and more aggressive. And you can actually see here, since 2017, growth has been pretty exponential. Went from 5.6 million in 2016 to 8.1 in 2017 to 10 million in 2018. So they almost double their registered user base in 2 years' time. What's even more impressive is that the growth is not really looking to slow down. As you can see here, monthly registration on average right now, January 2021, was 1.2 million. Back in 2020, that was less than 500,000. Monthly trades on average are 75 million. Back in 2020, only 27 million. Then cost per registration, so that's also an important metric for an investment point of view, is now down to $31. 2 years ago, that was 52, so almost double. This has obviously a lot to do with the pandemic. Lots of people started to invest last year in 2020 and obviously continue to invest right now. Lots of people got money from the government, so they started to invest in growth stocks. Obviously, maybe right now they're investing in value stocks, but that is certainly a major catalyst to why growth is accelerating. Right, so how big is the opportunity? How big is the total addressable market? So the total world wealth invested in equity is $78 trillion, approximately 20% of that market share for digital platforms. Now, the increase of market share for digital platform is obviously accelerated because of the digital transformation. There are 72 million millennials, the largest generation in US history, and apparently $30 trillion will pass from US boomers to their heirs. Now, obviously, that's not to say that everyone will start using digital platform, but moving forward, I do believe most of the platforms will be digital and most of the platforms will look like something like Robinhood or Cash App or eToro. Right, so now a bit about the users. So the median age is 34, so pretty young, but pretty normal to start investing and start engaging in such activities. 79% of the users invest in crypto, stocks, or copy as their first action. 62% of the users trade across more than one product type. Right, so now regarding the copying. So with eToro's CopyTrader technology, users can automatically replicate other investors' action in real time. So there are two things. One, a value for obviously the popular investor, and the other for the copier. Now they say that last year, the average return of popular investors was 51%. So pretty good. I did much better though. Alright, so regarding SmartPortfolio, it's pretty cool. It's basically personalized ETFs that eToro has put together. So let's say they put together an ETF or a SmartPortfolio with all these stocks or companies that are dealing with gaming, for example. So they will have a SmartPortfolio regarding gaming. They will have a SmartPortfolio regarding, let's say they call it here, outsmart NASDAQ. So they put stocks there that they think that will outperform the NASDAQ, for example. Right, and lastly, before we jump into the financials real quick, is eToro Money. A bit like SoFi Money, eToro right here plans to introduce an eToro debit card, which will connect directly to a customer's account and enable instant deposit and withdrawal along with additional services. Pretty cool way to get your users to maybe interact way more with the platform and stay with eToro in the long term, because this is probably going to become, again, this next neobank as well. Right, so you might ask yourself by now, how does eToro make money? Because as you know, no commission. So how do they make money? Do they sell your orders just like Robinhood has been doing? How is this all going to work? So basically, this is how they make money. Largest part is trading revenue, which includes the spread, which is the difference between the buy and the sell prices of a certain asset. Second is the interest income. So margins position that stay open overnight incur a small fee. And the third one is currency conversion and other income, which is pretty small. And here you can really see how eToro managed to successfully pivot from being just a crypto trading platform to a more global and equity commodity currency platform. So we can see here in 2017, the majority was crypto. 2018, equities started to take more market share. And now 2020, it's basically their biggest asset. Crypto has become a small one. Commodities as well has grown significantly. In the last couple of years, their compound annual growth rate was 78%. Obviously, 2017, 2018 were boosted heavily by the crypto boom. And in the next couple of years, by 2025, they expect to have $2.5 billion in revenue. As you can see here, they expect to grow every year by almost 30%, which in my opinion is pretty realistic, especially if you look at other SPACs that have projections for 2030, that have compound annual growth rate of 80% or whatnot. This is pretty realistic, if I do say so. And lastly, how do they compare to the other players in that market or in the fintech market? So basically, they compare themselves right here. For the net revenue compound annual growth rate, they are in line with the likes of PayPal, Adyen, Shopify, Lemonade, Square, etc. 35%. Again, pretty normal. Now their EV 2022 net revenue is significantly lower than the others at 9.7 times. You can see the others here 26.2, 17 times and 12 times. So still significantly lower than them. And the same goes for the growth adjusted enterprise value. Right, so to conclude, overall, value for money, I do believe this is a very good investment in the long term, especially if you compare them to their peers and competitors. Valuation wise, pretty conservative, pretty good. Growth potential, pretty big as well. There's no over-promising of 40-50% compound annual growth rate for the next 10 years or so. So in the next 5 years, we could expect 30 to 35% compound annual growth rate, which is pretty good. Conservative, maybe yes, maybe not. But in my opinion, I do believe this social aspect, this social democratization of investing is very appealing to the younger generation. I do not think the younger generation will go to traditional banks and pay those high fees. They would rather go and sign up on platforms like Cash App, eToro, Robinhood, maybe even Public. So yes, although I do believe this is a great company and a great investment, right now, like with Peloton, it does not have a place in my portfolio because I don't have unlimited funds and I rather concentrate on what I have right now. Maybe in the future, I will send some of my short-term holdings for the likes of Peloton or eToro, who knows? But right now, honest opinion, very good company to invest in, very good growth potential in the future. No, I'm not sponsored by them, nor am I holding shares of eToro or this SPAC right now. And that will be it for this video. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about eToro and this SPAC. Are you a holder? Are you a user of eToro? Do you like this platform? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you like these videos, leave it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button. As always, guys, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.